Huh. I think we're supposed to have a sunny day today. Did end up being pretty drizzly all day yesterday. And I was so very, very pleased. Okay, now every time I go to register my vehicle, I can find insurance cards going back 5 years, but I can never find the current one. I don't know. And every time I get a new one in the mail, I have all these plans, and it's like I'm going to put it exactly here until I go out to the car, which is usually just straight in my wallet. Well, I found 3 of them in my wallet, and none of them were the current one. So sometimes I am grateful for modern technology. I was able to download and print a ding-dong card for my proof of insurance so I could register my car. This state has a personal property tax. Yet another way to punish the producers. So if you own things, then you just keep on paying for them for as long as you own them. But anyway, you can't register your vehicle until you pay your personal property tax based on the value of the vehicle every year. Anyway, fundamentally disagree, think it's wrong. You have sales tax and on whenever you purchase a vehicle. So, nonetheless, so I go down to pay my personal property tax. Do that at the courthouse here. I had received my registration. Nope, let's go down here. Registration and renewal stuff in the mail a couple of weeks ago. And anyway, so I had that with me. Go in to pay my personal property tax so that I can get my tags, have my insurance card now, and can't find my record. And she finds one on an old vehicle, but not my current vehicle that I've had for 5 or 6 years. I've been registering it 5 or 6 years. So anyway, then it's like, well, I have this, which is the registration packet from the state. Okay. And we look at it, and sure enough, my name is misspelled. Come on. That's why she couldn't find it. I don't know how they ever found it before. But anyway. And then find out that I can go right next door. Don't have to go to the DMV. Because I was really regretting that I hadn't taken care of it quicker so that I could just mail it. But I hadn't. Good location, buddy. And anyway. Find out. Because you go to one office for them to tell you how much your tax is. You go to another office to actually pay the tax. I've never understood that, but they don't put me in charge. So I go next door to pay my tax. But the one thing where I found out how much my tax is and get my little printout and everything, of course, printers weren't working. So I'm a little written out. But she says it'll be in the computer by the time I get next door. And that I'll be able to get my sticker next door also. I won't have to go to the DMV at all. So that's pretty cool. And the funny part was I usually register it 2 years at a time. So I guess this would have been 6. Anyway, I usually register it 2 years. There is never food for you outside. 2 years at a time. But by not going to the DMV, they're only able to do 1 year at a time. And I was like, okay. Well, it doesn't save any money doing 2 years at a time, other than if the rates go up, you've already got another year. That's the only difference. Okay. But anyway. And then she says, plus a lot of people like doing 1 year at a time because It makes it easier to stay up on your taxes. Which is hilarious because, of course, I was a year behind on my personal property taxes, because I didn't have to go in there that last year. And this state is the most confusing place I've ever seen whenever it comes to property, personal property, da da da. Their tax structure is the craziest damn thing I've ever seen. No, I do not think it's by accident. I also know we have one of the highest illiteracy rates in the country. And then we have these very complicated structures for property. Yeah, don't think it's an accident. Don't think it's a little quinky-dink. But anyway, there it is. I was very happy, able to get my tags all one-stop shop. Which, in all fairness, many people complain about our local DMV. I do not, because in all the years that I've been here, I think they just felt sorry for me because they think I'm a complete idiot, which, sure, they may be right, but I admit to being a complete idiot where all of this taxing and registration and everything in the state is concerned. And they have always been so patient and helpful and informative. Thank you. Come on, over here. Come on now, over here. And often filled things out for me. Bravo, come on, don't worry about the people. Bravo. And anyway, so even though often the wait is not fun, and believe me, it's nothing compared to some other places I've been as far as wait time is concerned. It really, really, really is not anything to complain about. Nonetheless, I've adapted. You almost fell off that time. I've adapted to the local as much as anybody where that's concerned, and it seems like a long wait. But anyway, it was nice not having to go there. So then I go over to the local supercenter where I usually do pickup. I don't usually go in and shop anymore. But wanted to get a Powerball ticket. And, okay. And finally got around to checking my last two. And they were, last three, rather. That's pretty cool. Two of them were small winners. So that's cool. 2 out of 3. But anyway. Figured out that blooming machine, which was not easy. It doesn't give change back. And what I usually do is 10, 12, 15, whatever, consecutive drawings with the same numbers. But I usually do a quick pick. So it has this little scanner down there. I thought it was to scan your card. I think it even said scan your ticket that you fill out. I think it even said that. But it didn't scan. And so anyway, so I had to use touchscreen, figured it out, because I didn't want to have all of my drawings, since it doesn't give change back, be on that same night. I wanted consecutive ones. Took a while, figured it out. Hoped I was reading it correctly. Never saw an option to be able to do quick pick consecutive drawings. So I chose numbers. So, got that done. So I'm doing my shopping, which wasn't much. The main thing I wanted was some yogurt. Come on, I've been having yogurt for a couple of weeks, and yogurt's just one of those things. I just grab the container. I live alone, so I just grab the container, take 3 or 4 bites, and that's all I want. Put it back. So, I get the big containers. And anyway, I didn't realize how much I missed that until I was out. And then I kept putting off going down and picking up. So anyway, so yesterday I'm out anyway, so I decided to go in the store. So, doing my shopping. and got Bravo a new toy, some cat food, and then some groceries for me. And, come on, it is just me, so I spent less than $75. However, I'm hoping I didn't get scammed, and if I did, my heart was in the right place. For good reason, my heart was in the right place. A woman who seemed to speak very, very little English. I'm sure I could, well, there are those that would argue I speak very little English anyway, but anyway, I'm sure that if I chose to do so, I could act as though I don't speak English. And she had a couple of loaves of bread and some baby food and baby items. And she was able to communicate she needed help. And I communicated to her that I don't give money, but that I would follow up to the register, which I did. And she is repeatedly expressing her gratitude, and I mean, I like that, but at the same time, it kind of embarrasses me. Anyway, and so I go over to pay, and almost passed out. It was over $300. And I'm looking at this little bit of stuff in her cart, and I'm wondering, what the hell is $300? I don't see a breast pump or anything like that. And I'm like, oh gee, come on. Totally not in my budget. Okay, I was planning on $100, which is totally not in my budget right now. And anyway, so I did it. I've thought back a million times of how I would have done it differently. Hold on. She showed me a picture after she had checked out and everything of two adorable kids. And okay. You gonna get your bridge? You're gonna miss your bridge? Oh, you missed it. Too busy looky-looing, watching the cars. Oh, you were watching the humans. You weren't watching the cars. So anyway, I may have been scammed. I did not give her the receipt. I did not let her take a picture of the receipt or anything else. Yeah. And the truth is, no, totally can't afford it right now. Business has been very bad. Wait, we're locked, buddy. There we go. I think it's because you were pulling on it. Well, I guess we need to be locked so we're getting ahead. But anyway, the truth is, if it keeps a kid from being hungry for one day, I'm good. Yay, good. Go you. You win, douchebag. He showed me Bravo. His big old truck. Man, we're nothing against his big old truck, which we wouldn't claim anyway. We would lose. Soft bodies, big truck, yeah, we would lose. We know that. That's why we videoed, Dank. But anyway, another reason for it. Let's go over here. There you go. Let's come on down. Is many moons ago, whenever I came home from the hospital with my son, I had nothing. I had no diapers. Nope, I take that back. I did have cloth diapers, but I did not have any infant things. No, I didn't have any cloth diapers either. That's right. the Monster Insane package for my mother did not come until, come on, until he was a couple of months old. So anyway, I had a midwife, but it had been an emergency, so we ended up at the hospital. It turned into an emergency. And come on. Bravo. Enough. So anyway, don't have transportation because my husband was working and could not get off work to take me home from the hospital. And no, did not have a car seat. So my midwife borrowed a car seat from someone, so because the hospital wouldn't let me leave without a car seat. And did not have a t-shirt. I spent some time crying because the hospital did not want me to leave the hospital wearing their infant shirt. Bravo, please stop that. Thank you. And so anyway, my midwife, Thalia, was one of the most lovely humans I've ever known. And, you know, after the whole kerfuffle, which she had known, I had never left the hospital with a baby. She already knew about the whole car seat thing, which I hadn't planned for any of this because I was planning on being at home. I wasn't planning on being at the hospital at all where I had to worry about a t-shirt or a car seat or anything, but best laid plans. So anyway, so she's driving me home, and she said, we're going to pull into Walmart. No, she said, what do you need? What do you need from Walmart? I believe that's what she said. I said nothing because I had no money. So I did not need anything. And she said, I need to stop and pick up a few things for herself. So we get in the front, you know, the little entryway where the cars are and everything. We get in the entryway and she pulls me over to the side. And she said, okay. She said, someone who wishes to remain anonymous wants you to go buy everything you need. She said, you know it's not me, because she did. She had 4 kids of her own. She said, you know it's not me, but they do want to remain anonymous, and you get everything you need. Well, I stood there and cried for a while, holding my son because I did not have any way of a tote or anything to carry him around the store. So Thalia helped me pick out things. Of course, my milk let down for the first time. It was the first time I'd been anything other than a hospital gown in 5 days. And okay, come on. I think I left in the same clothes that I came to the hospital in. But anyway, so I stood there and cried for a while. And but I've never forgotten that extraordinary kindness at exactly the right time. And I have had many of those in my life. And so if I get scammed yesterday, I am sorry for them. because they miss out on the extraordinary gratitude and incredible warmth you get from other people's kindnesses when you need it. And if it was genuine, I am all in, and I'll figure out a way to pay it off. That was noisy, wasn't it? Okay, come here, cutie. Have a smile? Nope, no smile? Okay.